Hi everyone, it's Megan and I'm back with my Christmas book haul. I got an unreal amount of books this year. It is actually insane. Like, you can't see, but they're about as tall as me right now. So that's fun, but it actually is because it's just heaven. So, to start off with, I got this series. I thought it would just be easier to show you. I got this series, which are all Disney books. These two are Twisted Tales. They are books that take the classic stories and change one part of them. So this one is What If Aladdin Never Found the Lamp? And this one is What If Sleeping Beauty Never Woke Up? I'm really interested to read these because I love the Disney stories and they sound amazing. So the next part of them is these three, which are origin stories with the villains of Disney stories. So we have the origin of the Evil Queen, the Beast, and Ursula. I like this one in particular because Ursula's not really talked about that much, and, well, now she is. Look at her. Next up, I got The Outliers by Kimberly McCree. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, but I'm sorry if I got it wrong. I don't really know what this is about that much. It just sounds really good. I'll read you the blurb. Wiley hasn't heard from her best friend Cassie since their fight. That doesn't matter when she gets a text from her asking for help. But as Cassie's messages become increasingly strange, Wiley has a growing sense that something is really wrong. What isn't Cassie telling her? And could finding her just be the beginning? Like, that sounds really interesting to me. And it has a gorgeous cover, so I'm instantly sold. Next up is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I have been meaning to read this series for so long, and then my friend was like, have you read them? And I was like, no. So I finally got it. Yay! This is a book about Mara Dyer, who she wakes up in a hospital with no memory of how she got there, and basically she starts to see dead people, I think. So she starts to see dead people and other people's deaths, and she, I guess, wonders why. But it sounds so interesting, and I've heard really good things about the trilogy. So I'm really excited to read this. Finally. Then, my best friend bought me Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wayne. Again, I'm really bad with author names, I'm so sorry. But she told me that she bought this because The Book Thief is one of my favourite books, and she wanted to find a book that was as close to it as she could, and as this is set in World War II, this is very similar. And I am so excited to read this because I've really heard good things about it. And I did a little bit of research before, and it sounds really good, and the author's apparently really nice as well. So I am really looking forward to reading this. Next up is an illustrated history of notable shadow hunters and denizens of Downworld. I am so excited. I have wanted this book for so long. Oh, by Cassandra Clare, in case you didn't realise. But I have wanted this book for so long. I'm so happy to finally own it. It has the most beautiful illustrations in it and information and everything. It even has church. I love this, and it has Gem, guys. It has Gem, so that makes me happy. But I'm so happy to read this. I think it's just such a good little information book because there's a lot of characters in this series, because this covers the infernal devices, the mortal instruments, and the dark artificers, whatever. But I'm really excited because I feel like there's a lot of characters to kind of cover on there, and I just love the fact that this covers everything, gives you a bit of information, and what the characters look like. I like knowing what characters look like, even though I have my own, but you know. Then I also got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay by J.K. Rowling. Look at this cover. This is stunning. And the inside is stunning, and let's do the hardcover. If I can get it off. It has a little nib butterfly. Look at it. It's just such a stunning book, and I've actually already read this. I read this the day I got it, so I literally read this Christmas Day night, and it is amazing. I've already seen the film, and I loved the film. It was probably my favourite film of last year. So this was just like reliving the film all over again, and it's just so good. If you've seen the film and you loved it, please get this because you will not regret it. It is amazing. Next up, I got Alexander Hamilton's Guide to Life by Jeff Wilser. I absolutely love Hamilton, the musical. It is potentially one of my favourite. I don't know whether you can see in the shot right now, but I actually have a Hamilton calendar I got it for Christmas, and I just love everything to do with Hamilton. I just listen to it all the time, and I'm just obsessed. So when my auntie got me this, I was literally like crying because it just shows everything. It's just advice from Alexander Hamilton, what to do with his life, and it's just, and on the back it says do not throw away your shot, which instantly sold me. So I'm really excited to get through this, and the spine is absolutely stunning. That's the way. The spine is literally gorgeous. It looks so professional and like such an old book, and Alex looks sassy. So what's not to love? Now we have Doug the Pug by Leslie Mosier. I love pugs a lot. And that's no secret to anybody who knows me. You spend about 10 minutes with me and you'll find my love for pugs. So my fiance got me this, which literally just has pictures of Doug in there. But I follow Doug all the time on Facebook and Instagram and everything. So I'm really excited to have this. It's such a little joke present compared to the rest of them, but I actually love this. Like, this is my life right now. I will literally sit and cry over these pugs. Well, over Doug the Pug. So then I also got a trilogy that I haven't read yet, but it's so heavy. I got the Adulteress Milk and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I got the hardcovers. Well, my parents bought me the hardcovers, and I'm so happy they did because they are literally beautiful. Like, the paperbacks are fine, but like, look at that. Look at this cover. I know this is the second one, but look at the cover. They're just so gorgeous, and I just love how bright they are, and I really love them. I just feel like they bring me to want to read them. And also, I know that Cattastic, this is one of her favourite series, and I watch her videos very often, so I trust her judgment. So I'm really excited to get around to reading these, especially now I have them in a beautiful cover. Talking about trilogies, I also got my favourite set of books, The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. I am so excited to finally own these, and I got the beautiful new editions with the gorgeous spines, and I'm so happy to finally have these because I read them last year and they literally took over my entire life. Like, if you ask my best friend, I constantly talked about, well, I say I constantly talked about them, I constantly talked about Jem, but they just took over my life, and I had to discuss with my mum straight after I finished them about everything that happened, and I now have them in book form, and I'm so happy because they're going to look gorgeous on my shelf and fit with the Mortal Instruments ones, and I just love it. Can you see the book pile getting higher? It is getting higher. I'm sorry. Next up, I got The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. Again, I really love horror books. I know this is a YA channel, but it's a book haul, so. But I really love horror books, and I was really excited. Also, it's got silver. And I've never really read an Edgar Allan Poe book, but I know that he's probably one of the best horror writers out there, if not the best. And I thought, well, what better way to, you know, read one of his books than have the compendium. So I now own this. My lovely parents got it me as well, and it is absolutely stunning, which I love a good compendium when they're beautiful. So I finally own this, and I'm really excited to finally get through it, even though that's a lot to get through, but I've got time. Talking of compendiums, I also got Necronomicon, The Best Weird Tales of H.P. Lovecraft. Again, I love horror, and what better companion to Edgar Allan Poe than H.P. Lovecraft, so I have both now. Another huge compendium that I have a lot to get through, but I'm so excited. I've never read a H.P. Lovecraft book and I literally cannot wait to, because it's also at the back is literally is blurbed by Stephen King, and I love Stephen King with all my heart, so it's looking good. Also, it's a beautiful edition, and I don't feel like I'm going to carry this around. I feel like this might be like a nighttime read, well, if I'm not too scared. But you know, I don't feel like this is something I carry around in my bag. It's a bit too big. My best friend also got me Doctor Who Time Lord Fairy Tales, and again, another gorgeous cover. This is a very Christmassy, this is a Christmas theme. All the theme that I've got for Christmas are definitely gorgeous covers, which clearly my friends and my family know me because I'm a sucker for a good cover. But this is basically a 15 Time Lord Fairy Tales put together in one book, and I am so excited. Doctor Who is one of my favourite things ever. I actually have a Doctor Who tattoo on my thigh, so that shows the dedication to that. And I'm really excited to read this because I didn't actually know it existed, so when I opened it, it was kind of like a nice surprise. I love fairy tales, and as you can tell by the Disney books at the start of this haul, and I think this is just going to be a really fun, nice little book, and it looks gorgeous on my shelf to go with the rest of my compendiums. So I got a gift card from my great auntie for Waterstones, so naturally 2 days after Christmas I went and spent it because I have no control. So I went and bought The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I have recently discovered The Princess Bride. I watched the film a couple of months ago, or was it last month? I watched the film a bit ago and became absolutely obsessed with it. Like, it has taken over my entire life. So I went and bought the book because what better way for a bookworm to become obsessed than to read the book it's based on. So I now own this book, which again is the classic cover, and I just can't even explain how excited I am because I love Inigo Montoya, which I don't know whether that's normal, but I have it. Finally, I got Anna Dracula by Mr. Kim Newman. Dracula is my favourite classic book, so anything to do with Dracula is definitely up my alley. So when I saw this in Waterstones, I had to pick it up because it tells the story of Queen Victoria, but she's married to Dracula. And if that doesn't bring your attention, I don't know what does. Like, as soon as I read the first line of the blurb, it is 1888 and Queen Victoria has remarried, taking as her new consort the Wallachian prince infamously known as Count Dracula. I mean, Queen Victoria marries Dracula. What? They could have left the blurb at that and I'd be sold. What more do I need? So I am extremely excited to read it. And it also has a little blurb by Neil Gaiman, and I love him. So I am so excited. So that's actually it. As you can tell, I got a lot of books this Christmas. I would like to thank my family and my friends for buying me all of these books. If you like this video, make sure to like and comment if you want to see more, and also what you want to see, whether you've read any of these books. I would love to hear your views. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to try and have more up. I'm going to try and have one at least weekly, as long as uni doesn't get in the way, but I will try my best. So I hope you like this book haul. I'm sorry this is so long, and I will see you next time. Bye!